did the diagnosis affect your job? And can you tell us what your job has been for the past few years?
So for the past 27 years, I've worked in education. I've worked in schools with a lot of people. Obviously, I couldn't do that, couldn't go back to doing that in the fall. And the doctors told me when they told me the diagnosis, they said, you're going to need a medical leave of absence from work. They said a minimum of 6 months. Then they found out what I do for a living and that I work with kids. And then they said a minimum of a year because of being immunocompromised.
Right.
And schools have germs. It's unavoidable. There's so many people in one small place. So, the diagnosis came just like 3 days before I was supposed to go back to work, because I report back the week before school starts. Right. So it came as not only a shock to me, but to my employer as well, who we had all these plans of things I was going to do. And those plans had to be kind of tossed out the window, and they had to recover and figure out what they were going to do. And as did I, because now all my plans were basically out the window. And that's when I found out I would be in the hospital for a very extended stay.
So after you had the conversation with people at work and you realized that going back to education was not going to be an option, what did you find were your options that you could do to help you and your family financially?
Fortunately, I have been very, very healthy till this point. So I have accrued a very large bank of sick time, which will get me through to March.
Okay.
So I am technically on a medical leave using my accrued sick time. I looked into taking a family medical leave, because you can take that to care for yourself.
Yes.
That would be 12 weeks of an unpaid leave after my sick time runs out. Unfortunately, if I were to take an unpaid leave, the cost of my medical insurance falls on me to pay out of pocket. So not only would I not be getting paid my regular salary, I would also be having to pay well over $1,000 a month for my health insurance, which obviously needs to continue. I have paid into disability insurance for the past 27 years. I did use it when my kids were born. At that time, things were a little bit different, and I wasn't responsible for the insurance premiums. Now I would be. So even with the disability insurance, a huge chunk of that would go toward the premiums of my health insurance.
Right.
I also applied for disability, long-term disability. Thankfully, I was approved for that, but you've got to be disabled for 5 months before they will start paying that. So that check doesn't come until March-ish. So in short, I will have to retire from teaching. I can't work in a public school because I won't be fully immunized again for 3 years. And given my age, it doesn't make sense to go back after 3 years, being that close to retirement age. So I will retire. I will hopefully find other ways to stay involved in education once I recover. Retirement and Social Security benefits.